One of the things I really like about interning at Mile One Mission is being surrounded by a team that really supports you. I know nobody does anything alone. We have each other's back, and often we tell each other what we need to hear, not always what we want to hear.
I know that there is a sense of family and trust that I have with the team.
The way that Mile One is set up strategically, the mission, the need, it just makes sense, and it's very well thought out and planned out.
It's helped me learn and understand my spiritual gifts and how I can relate better to people and work better through ministry.
Kind of the community aspect that we have among each other who work at Mile One Mission, and the encouragement that we give to pointing each other toward the gospel and toward Christ.
Probably the thing I like the most is the sense of camaraderie we have here. It's truly a faith family.
So I came in so raw. I didn't really know anything about the Bible really, or I was very, very fresh. But it's just been such a blessing to be poured into, and spiritually to learn all these great truths about theology, to live out theology in the practical life of just being a member in a local church.
I'm really grateful for working here and for being on this team, because they challenge me to not just sit and think that I have it all figured out. They challenge me to not be complacent in my understanding of scripture or of verses that I've read maybe 100 times.
Mile One Mission has trained and equipped me for ministry in the aspect that I had the education under my belt. I went to the universities and I got my theological education, but I had no real-world experience. So going into this, I needed that kind of guidance and mentorship that I could not do on my own.
How do we preach the gospel here in this context? So that's been another really just eye-opening experience to me, because before coming here, it's not something I really thought about a whole lot growing up. How do you do church here in Newfoundland? Because it's so different in so many ways. It's hard. And so learning, even growing up here and knowing our culture, but learning it on a much more scale to how we do church here has been something that's actually been sort of new for me in that regard.
But why people should come here is because we need you to come here. We need more interns. We need people to come and be a part of these church plants because our city is in desperate need of the gospel.
Because the need is so great here. It's probably less than 2,000 people in this entire region here that hear the gospel at all, if anything close to it.
The gospel is not a very common thing to see in Newfoundland and Labrador anymore.
Less than 1% of people in our city would attend any form of evangelical church. That's being very generous when we say evangelical church.
Kilbride, if you drive 3 hours south of Kilbride, you won't find one evangelical church. Not one. And there are thousands of people in our city who just don't know Jesus. They probably haven't even heard of the gospel. They might be culturally religious, but they just don't have any kind of real concept of relationship or who Jesus is, or of the gospel, the sacrifice that he made.
So please consider coming here and working with us at Mile One Mission, coming to see the beautiful city of St. John's, and I don't think you'll be disappointed.
You should come and intern at Mile One Mission, because I guarantee you will fall in love with this island and these people.
And what would it be like if, by planting, 5, 6, 7, 8 churches, hundreds, what if thousands of people came to Christ? What if